Hey everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you've been curious about Angular and want to build powerful web apps with it, you're in the right place. I will be starting a couple of series on Angular and best practices, but my first video will be a basic Angular introduction and starting your first Angular application. In today's video, I'll walk you through how to set up your first Angular project in just about 7 minutes. So the first question everyone wants to ask is, what is Angular? What is it about? Angular is a web framework that empowers developers to build fast, reliable applications. It's a TypeScript-based web application maintained by Google. It's known for building dynamic single-page applications, also known as SPAs or SPAs, with a component-based architecture. If you're coming from a framework like React or Vue, it's a bit different, more opinionated, with everything from routing to HTTP request baked in it. So it has a lot of internal dependencies, which comes with the framework itself. Before we start, there are some prerequisites which we need to have. For instance, you need to have an idea of how HTML, CSS, JavaScript works. You don't need to be a professional, but something small. You need to just have a basic idea of the principles. There are also some applications you need to have. A typical example is Node.js. You can check that using Node-V to check the version, or if you have it. Now, if you don't have it, if this is your first time, you go to Node.js.org and you go to download. If you are using Mac or Windows, you just download your version and install it. It's pretty straightforward. You might also need a code editor. Visual Studio is highly recommended. All you just need to do is download the version that is for you. So the next thing we'll probably want to talk about is the installation. How do you install it? Once you have Node.js, it's pretty much straightforward to install. I'll open up my terminal now, and for you to have, if you've downloaded Node.js, all you need to do to check the version is do a node-v to check the version that you have. Now, once you've installed it, the next thing you want to do is install Angular globally. Now, for you to do that, all you need to do is npm install -g, which means global, meaning install Angular CLI globally for me at Angular/CLI. What this command does, it downloads the latest version of Angular, the latest stable version of Angular. Once you do this, this gives you access to ng command, which makes creating and managing Angular project super easy. Now, once the CLI is installed, the next thing you want to do is create an Angular application. Now, for me to do that, all I need to do is do ng, which was what we installed the last time, new, and which says this is a new Angular project. Now, the next thing you want to put is the name of the application. So for this, I will call it my Angular app, and I click enter. Once I do this, it asks me some questions. Would you like to add Angular routing? I will say yes. Which style sheet do I want to use? Let me just use SCSS for now, and it starts installing. This takes a couple of seconds, probably 10 to 20 seconds, to be honest, depending on how fast your network is. Some might say 5 seconds, but I guess it depends on how your network is. Now it says successfully initialized Git, and this has successfully installed. Now, once this is installed, all you need to do is go to your Visual Studio Code, which you've downloaded, and open that folder from your Visual Studio. Now, once this is opened, all I need to do is, I have literally all of these things installed, but I'll just give you a breakdown of what some of these things mean. Our SRC folder is where your application code lives. Our app.component.cs is your root component, meaning this is like, the root of your project, basically. App.module.cs, this ties all your components together. So it's more like an anchor, basically, that holds all your components together and most of the things that you plan to install. You also get TypeScript, HTML, and CSS and testing setup out of the box. So spec.cs is where you write your test. Now, the next thing you want to do is run the application. All you need to do is open your terminal and do ng serve. This basically says start the application, and I press enter, and this spins up. And because this is my first time, so it asks me if I want to add this to Google Analytics. I could say no because of privacy. And once that is done, all I need to do is wait for it to compile and it starts. So the default port is 4200. Now, if I go to this port, I get my first Angular application, which is as easy as that. Now, I could make a quick change just for you to see how easy it is to make changes with Angular. So where we have welcome, I could say welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. I save this, it recompiles, and we have welcome to my YouTube channel, guys. And that's it. It's as easy as ABC. You've created your first Angular project. We installed the CLI, created a new application, served it locally, and made a quick change. From here, you can start building components, adding routes, and fetching data from APIs. And these are things that I would start taking you guys through. If you found this really helpful, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more dev tutorials, and drop a comment if there's something specific you like for me to cover next, like Angular routing services, reactive forms, dependencies, and libraries like PrimeNG and Bootstrap and the likes. Thanks for watching, and happy coding.